Hi, this is Richard Quack here, coming to you live from Malaysia. I would like to welcome you to my weekly live video, and in today's session, I would like to talk about marketing, in general, network marketing. And the topic is how to become a great leader. Okay, how to become a great leader. All the success stories that you hear have one thing in common. They are all great leaders. Don't you believe so? Yeah? All the success stories, they are all great leaders. Now, everything rise and fall with leadership. Leadership is very, very critical to success. So everything rise or fall with leadership. In network marketing, okay, most people do not realize this, but it is not entirely a sales business. This is my opinion, all right? It is not a sales business, but it is a business of leadership. All right. So if you want to become successful, build your business and improve your ranking, then you got to improve on your leadership. So leadership is important because network marketing is a leadership business. It is not about selling. All right. For example, if you sell your product in a month, how many products can you sell? You can sell a lot of product on your own, right? But if you are a good leader, you can inspire, persuade your team members to do what they're required to do, then you will have a big business because it's about duplication. In order to duplicate, well, you must be a good leader. All right. Now, the thing is that we are not born leaders. We are all not born into the world as leaders. We have to force ourselves. All right. You got to build ourselves. You got to force ourselves to become leaders. All right. So you must understand that leadership, you're not born as a leader. I personally was not born as a leader as well, but I've got to force myself to become a leader. All right. Now, here are some of the qualities of leadership. All right. This is according to my opinion, and basically I believe that, if you want to be a good leader, these are some of the criteria that makes a great leader. Number one, leadership by example. This is very, very critical because a lot of people, all right, they can tell people, they can instruct people to do this and do that. At the end of the day, this does not work anymore because people don't listen to you. Nowadays, people don't listen to you. They see what you do. All right. So basically, you got to be a leader by example. All right. I give you a simple illustration. If you tell your team members, you must come for events, for meetings early. All right. But you yourself come late. That is not leadership by example, because by example, you are coming late. All right. When you are a leader, showing example, then basically you have to do it and show them, and once they are convinced that you are doing it, then it is good for them, then they will follow you. All right. I remember many years ago when I started my network marketing business, I had an accounting practice, all right, and I had meeting in my accounting office, all right, in my own office, all right, and it was not a big space. So what happened is that, during meeting every week, once a week, I have to come early and, arrange all the chairs and tables for people to sit. All right, I don't wait for them to come and arrange everything. I got to go early and arrange everything. That is what I mean by leadership by example. You got to do it rather than instructing people to do it. Okay, that's the first criteria, leadership by example. Number two, caring and empathy is important. All right. Now, this is a team business. All right. You got to have people who are in your team, and you got to be caring and have empathy towards them. It's important because everybody have got their values in life, have got their own circumstances, a lot of challenges that they face. So you have to be caring and empathy. You should be able to sit down and talk to them or even counsel them once in a while to show your care and empathy. It's important. All right, when they do something wrong, you got to encourage them rather than, pointing fingers at them that, oh, you should not be doing this and so on. You should be caring and empathetic to them, towards them, and be caring, right? You know what I mean? Be caring, and, you want to see them successful, so you got to talk to them, counsel them. Okay, that's the second thing. The third thing is, as a leader, you got to be strict. Because if you're not strict, people will not listen to you. All right, you got to be strict in what you do. All right, when you tell people to do something, you got to be strict and make sure that they carry it out. As a leader, isn't it true? If you are not strict, people don't follow you. Your followers will not respect you. They will not follow you. You got to be strict in what you do, but then on the other hand, you got to be flexible to change as well. Remember that, you got to be strict, but you got to be flexible as well, because certain things it is not right for you to do. You got to be able to change it. Are you with me? So you got to be strict, no doubt about that. But you also got to be flexible to change. Listen to people. All right, that's number 4. It brings down to number 4, leadership quality. You got to listen to others. Remember this. We are not always right. We are not always right. You got to listen to other people, even those people who are below you, who are lower ranking than you. They may have ideas that they can bring up to you. So you got to listen to other people. In fact, I learn from other people all the time. Or I may be a leader, but I always listen to other people's opinion, and of course, at the final decision is for me to take it or to leave it. All right, but I have to listen to people. All right, so it's important being a leader to listen to other people as well, because other people may have advice that may be able to help you to grow the business as well. All right, that's number 4. Number 5, you got to be fair in what you do. Fairness is important. All right, you got to be fair. You cannot have favoritism and so on. You got to be fair to a team or to an individual. You got to be fair in whatever you do. All right, you cannot take sides. So fairness is very important, because when you are fair, then your team members will respect you for a person who is fair in what they do. All right, so you got to be fair. Remember, that's important. Number 6, you must be a risk taker. As a leader, you got to take a risk. All right, if you don't take risk, then nothing is going to happen. And every decision that we make involves some amount of risk, but we have to make decision based on calculated risk. You got to calculate it. All right, and be a risk taker. A lot of people, they stay by the byline. They refuse to make decision, because they fear they make a wrong decision. But if you don't make decision, you cannot be a leader, because leaders are there to make decision. Whether it is a right or wrong decision, you still have to make it as a leader. All right, learn from making mistake. That's for sure. Learn from obstacles, from challenges, and so on. But you got to take risks, that's for sure. That's number 6. All right. And number 7, you got to be an action taker. Again, you are telling your people to take action, take massive action, and so on. You yourself have to take action as well, rather than just instruct people to do things. All right, you yourself got to show the result. So in order to show the result, you yourself got to be an action taker. Take action. That's it. All right. Whatever we do in life, to be successful, we need to take action. Massive action, consistent action, and persistent action as well. So you must be an action taker. Okay? And lastly, number 8, decision making is very important. Everything in life involves decision making. As a leader, you got to make decisions for your team. Isn't it true? So you cannot avoid making decisions. So you have to be brave enough, courageous enough to make decisions. It may be a wrong decision, it doesn't matter, but you still need to learn how to make decisions and learn from making mistakes, like I say. All right? And in order to make decision, you got to have sound judgment as well. All right, you got to be wise. You got to be discerning. So decision making is very, very important for a leader. You cannot sit around and hoping for things to happen. You got to make a decision. All right, if you want to implement anything into your team, into your system, then you got to make a decision. All right, maybe you may have a council of leaders that you're going to discuss with, but you still, ultimate decision falls on you being a leader. Okay, so that's all my sharing for today. I hope that you learned something. I think this is a very important topic. If you want to become successful, especially in network marketing, you have to become a great leader. That's it. A great leader is important. And we are not all born leaders, all right? We got to force ourselves to become a leader, all right? Because everything rise or fall with leadership. And here are the 8 qualities of leadership that I mentioned. Number 1, leadership by example. Okay. Number 2, caring and having empathy. Number 3, you got to be strict and you have to be flexible at the same time. All right. Number 4, you got to listen to other people. Let go of the ego. You are not always right all the time, right? Got to listen to other people. Number 5, you got to be fair in whatever you do. Fairness is so important. Number 6, you got to be a decision taker. You got to be a risk taker. Take risk. Take calculated risk. Okay. Number 7, you got to be an action taker. Less talk and more action. Lastly, number 8, you got to make decision, and decision making needs sound judgment. All right. The more decision you make, the better you become. That's all. All right. So that's all my sharing for today. I hope that you learned something here. Today it is already Friday in Malaysia. I wish you a pleasant weekend. I'll see you again for another session of my live video on Monday. Okay. So this is Richard Quack wishing you good day and goodbye from Malaysia.